Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast with me, Matt. We're free for you all here on White Ball Express on the Eastern Front. Let's go for the players. We've sent the Germans today. We have Kigrung as the Wehrmacht without a commander. We have Muru as the Wehrmacht without a commander. And finally, we have Rachel as the Waffen-SS without a commander. We've sent the Soviets today. We have Sergeant Turd, the Gateway Tank Division. Lobo without a commander. And Nobby Gops also without a commander. They'll probably pick stuff very soon. Because Sergeant Turds was doing something different and was going to move with the establishment, decides they want to take up instead and go for more specialized infantry. A bit of hesitation there. Lobo has also gone for tank. Now only Not Begotten needs to pick a commander. A double tank is fairly pretty good for the Soviets. Overall, the Soviets can be very versatile whatever commander they pick, so you never know what might happen. Looks like Mudo has gone for Infanterie. And nothing yet from Kigerung and Rachel. Doom Pioneers have encountered the Sappers here. Sappers already dug in with some sandbags though. So it's just quickly trying to move and get to ground. A little bit slow on the southern flank, but we are going to see Frontoviki arriving soon. More high quality infantry that the Germans are probably not expecting. They're probably expecting more conscripts early on. Generally the Frontoviki can be a shock when they arrive at first because generally the Germans are expecting conscripts which they can handle more reliably like this. But Frontoviki are much harder to fight. Ooh, looks like the conscripts get a multi and the Stone Pioneers force them off. At least to move about. And they use their cover instead. Stone Pioneers get inside the structure though. I think the Soviets have the better position there cover-wise. Tapas also moving up Stone Pioneers on the field as well. The conscripts are very numerous, so you never know. Frontoviki are slowly arriving up. Grenade being tossed there where the Pioneers' position is. Oh, the Pioneers were ready. They didn't lose anyone, no. Now the Sappers opening fire. And now the Frontoviki are going to start arriving. But Germans got troops behind cover ready. Soviets took control 2 victory points though, so they are going to start bleeding the Germans of their victory points slowly. Both sides have 1,000 victory points though, so this might be a very long game potentially. Also, I have recorded a whole other game earlier today, which I have to re-record because for some reason it did not display the game audio, and I didn't notice until after the recording. So I'm taking a break from that game until I have done a few others, because that is just infuriating. Might actually just postpone that one to recording in 2 days from now, so I forget most of the stuff that happens in that fight or something. Lots of Frontoviki down here. Looks like they lost the Sappers, but 3 Frontoviki squads. Looks like we have Mechanized here, or Leichter for Kigung rather. But Frontoviki are doing pretty decently in these long-range engagements. SVTs being upgraded here, which is going to improve their medium firepower. Just overall firepower, I guess it's just semi-automatic rifles. Yeah, already mowing down those grenadiers. Holy shit. Those SVTs are a very good upgrade, actually. Germans are going to try and secure the southern victory point though, which will put the lead of victory points on the Soviets. We do have an MT-42 sail here by the Germans. Opening up on this Frontoviki. Maximus covering the northern point up here. Dunganis are going to try and move through this little forested area. Throwing splintering grenades. Oh, but it hits the tree! Oh, that sucks. And the Soviets going for the central victory point again. Tossing Molotov inside the building where the MG is setting up inside. That's not the window the MG is in. MG is down here. Oh, now into those conscripts and killing them. The Soviets have secured the southern flank. Those SVTs have really paid off. More machine guns are being rolled forward though. This one was actually put out before they decided to go to commander. You see the difference in the uniform after all. The MG-42 is MG-42, mowing down those Frontoviki in seconds. Force them off. But now the Germans need to get some more infantry because they lost all the infantry down here. They only have MG-42s at the moment. But the Soviets have managed to push the Germans back and keep this victory point under their control, but central victory point will be in German hands shortly. Southern one might soon fall to the Germans as well. Down this, by this little lumber yard of some kind. But so it's bring up more unit speed with an armored car coming out as well. MT-42 quickly ripping into the conscripts, force them to the ground. MP-40 armed storm pioneers on the move. We're gonna try and assault this position. Quickly opening up with the MP-40s. Zappers get behind cover though, but that gets them in range of the MT-42. Though they got some good shots on those Storm Pioneers, because Storm Pioneers had no cover to work with. Armored car arriving here. Looks like we have artillery command up on the northern flank of the Soviet Union. Double tank and artillery. Artillery is the most defensible of the Soviet commanders, so they can probably dig in pretty damn well. MT-42 is doing a lot of work for this central position though. And we have double MT-42s down here just preventing the Soviets moving up. Lots of machine guns, and we have a 222 coming up behind us. I think it's taken to the northern flank though to support. I guess the MT-42s down here just a diversion really. Also they drove over something they should not have driven over, but should not be too much of a problem potentially. Nope, engine is still burning. Okay, so they're gonna have issues moving about as well. There we go, now it fixed itself. It's on for 15 seconds. Okay, so Dushkin nearby though. It does have Radpanzer though, which means I think it can... No, never mind, it does not hold up to the Dushka. It does take out the armored car though. I guess because the Dushka is now a 50 caliber is considered a 50 caliber machine gun with the new ballistic changes. It's a lot better against light vehicles. E-meaning can destroy tanks. It can actually, 50 caliber machine guns can actually destroy things like the Lukes now. Fairly reliably too. Big assault here in the southern flank. I don't think the MT-42 can handle this many. A very good assault there from the Soviets. Very good play there from Sergeant Turts. That's how you do it. Just overman it. Problem is now they're moving into Molotov fire to clean my machine gun. But this Germans bring in more anti-tank rifles on his support. But MT-42 is now in Soviet hands. 50 caliber on the half-track is doing a good job until he lost its gunner there. Now the MT-42 in German hand, not German hands, Soviet hands is doing a lot of work. Force those grenadiers to the ground. And done good for the Soviets here. That's that they do control 2 victory points now, so the Germans are still the ones bleeding points. Let's see how long that lasts. 2-2 on the move. There's no 50 caliber machine gun down here. They have to get out of there. We're gonna see if they can steal that MT-42 with them. Happening needs to quickly back off. Also, the Mthis is doing an assault here using smoke to cover their advance. They don't have the service set before the HQ here yet, I think. Now they know. Gonna make it a lot harder for the Germans to advance up here. So they do just want to keep this point utilized, but they cannot really move to it yet. So it's set up with their DPMs. Once the smoke clears, they're gonna start opening fire. Meanwhile, we have a very mechanized force here, good to see. That's exactly what you want to see from the Light Division. Quickly moving about with a half-track and laying down their mines, and then they're gonna probably pop back inside. Also laying down some reinforced barbed wire here. The 90 movement. We do have T-70s on the field here for the Soviet Union. Soviet light tank. We also have some tank guards in the field here. Some assault guards. He's inside the structure here with a Panzerbüchse. Fails to penetrate. T-70 does a pretty decent frontal armor for its size. Making them surprisingly difficult to penetrate. And they don't know about the telemine. Hangouts here inside the structure. And Teleman's gonna blow up that E70 potentially. E70 focuses on the 2-2 for now. He tries to back off. It's taken out. Nice push run loaded dead. Looks like they booby trapped the points. Yeah. Teleman takes out one T70. T60 on the field here with an autocannon. Being very lethal against the German infantry this thing. The Soviets are quickly advancing, but they don't know about the booby trap. Right. Boomer also being prepared here by the Germans. Good to see all the mechanized play here from the Light Division. That's what you want to see. The Light Division needs to be very heavy on using light vehicles. That's what they're good at. Pack got a good shot there. Takes out the T60. But the Soviets cannot get into the point easily. It's just been barbed wired. Making their approach very difficult. Now there's double 2-2 here. Which these Soviet Frontoviki have no defense against. Making them very easy to... We do see them attempt at a flank here. But the 2-2s can just maneuver around. Very good play here from Kikoro. I just don't think the Soviets are prepared for this kind of fight. I don't think they expected Kikoro to actually go proper mechanized for the Light Division. Now there's also a Puma here to help deal with any light vehicles that might come their way. At the time, I have to take out the gun on 1-2, but I can just pull back for repairs, so I think they're still in a good position. Now T70 here. The 2 might have overextended. Yeah, gets taken out. But the Puma is now present. Fails to penetrate. But the T70 penetrates. Oh, not looking good for the Puma. Puma needs to use his speed to the advantage there. We'll up here, the Soviets are doing an assault on the Waffen-SS. Looks like they've gone for Sturm. And we see the Panzer Sturmgun using the Sturm tactics over here. We also see some Panzerguns in the field. E54 is ripping into the Soviet infantry. E54 is being requisitioned by the artillery division. The Germans control 2 of the victory points. That's all that matters really in the long run here. E70 on the move. Trying to assault these Volksgunners with Sturmgewehr, but they decide to pull back. Especially as the assault guards survive with their PBSHs. That's a lot of submachine guns up. I think that's actually a full squad of submachine guns. Oh wait, they have 1 rifle. Never mind. MT42 still covers the central area. Church been sent into forward headquarters for the Wehrmacht. Yeah, I think the grenades get caught on terrain a lot more now. So you have to be very careful where you're actually throwing them. Pack moves above. We have a pillbox to the back here. So that's a commander bunker. T70 is not T70. 2-2 is just quickly moving about whenever they need. Plus the Puma is ready for action again, wherever it is. It's over here. I like to see Kiko actually being very heavily mechanized as the Light Division. Doing a pretty good job of it. Even if on the advance up here. Not sure the Waffen is prepared. And never mind, they have 2 packs. They're prepared for this. And PPSH is being equipped here on the Sturm Tactics Panzer Grenadiers. The Das Reich, I think they're called. The 2nd SS. What's it being holding here? But we also have some incendiary mortar rounds hitting right at the Soviet captain, forcing him to cancel the artillery strike. Yeah, they've been equipped with stolen PPSHs on the Eastern Front. Germans did use a lot of captured Soviet equipment, especially PPSHs. They actually really like that submachine gun. I actually started converting them to using German ammunition, I think. And I even distributed field manuals on how to handle them, as you can see. Yeah, the Soviets, the Germans really liked the PPSH when they encountered it. The 2 is just being a menace here. Supporting the Infanterie Division as they're digging around the center of the map. Do another pack around here for the Light Division. No, not really any infantry for the Light Division though. Just relying on as a support unit here for the Infanterie. Running into the trench for the Dushkan side, and another T-54-76 arriving. And to stop that Capitan. Will they succeed? Oh, yeah, they will. That one flasher should do it, yeah. Takes out that Capitan before he could get his artillery off. But you do not want to allow the Soviets to get their artillery barrages off. They are very potent. Pulls back for repairs again. The Puma's not having any luck against the front of this T-70 at the moment. The Capitan's going to try to call another barrage. It's going to be ballistic artillery. Ooh! So we're going to have area denial being set up here for the artillery division. I guess that's a unique thing for the Soviet artillery division. They can set up registered artillery. 70 munitions now. Pretty reliable. So apparently how the British can do it for free is because it's an upgrade from, I think, Anvil, was it? If you go Royal Artillery. But that is a registered artillery market there for the Soviet Union. They're prepared. Oh, we have the Luftlande here. Unique to Wehrmacht Infanterie as they're called in as a battle group. Nice to see the Luftlande. That's very unique. There's some Luftlande Fallschirmjägers to supplement it. Ooh, that was on mine. Oh, that was the booby trap. Yeah, Luftlande. Fairly decent defensive infantry. They're equipped with MG-15s by the looks of it. They're fully equipped with Gewehr 43s. Damn, that's actually really damn good for a basic grenadier squad. Damn. That's a lot of semi-automatic firepower. Ooh, Puma took a big hit there from Mthis, and now the T-70 is going in for the kill. Misses. British suffered heavy losses, but the northern flank is still fairly healthy. They're also still holding their victory point. Let's go on the move down here for this fuel point. There's a Panzer IV in the field for the Doom tactics. Aviators also being well positioned. Big fight here in the center. We can also get the MG-15 by the looks of it. Oh, alright, they used the MG-15 with V-patronen. These Luftlande grenadiers are using MG-15s with incendiary rounds as their basic weaponry. Well, once they're upgraded, of course. Which is very different. Although this squad has some pretty intriguing equipment. Not something you usually see German grenadiers equipped with. Maybe the Germans trying to dig in with more barbed wire. Trying to deny more ground. Maybe we have the Fallschirmjägers, Sturmgewehrs and a normal MG-15 being upgraded. I think the squad leader has an FG-42. T-60 opening fire. Basically think of it as an up-armored Soviet 222. Because it uses an old cannon. So the Soviets somehow kept this under control for now. For how long is the question? Still, the Germans control 2 victory points, so that's kind of the big deal. More guard infantry is moving up. You also have the Soviet officers back on the field. You have a KV-8 arriving here as well. Ooh, yeah, this could be a problem. I don't think the Germans in the center are prepared for a KV-8 just suddenly strolling up. Grenadiers and folks grenadiers are ready though alongside the Luftlande, who have dug in. Fighting down a lot of suppressive fire. They've been calling here by the Soviet lieutenant. Oh, not lieutenant. Lieutenant. And then the Capitan will do his own barrage at some point soon, I reckon. That's going to be very costly, though. When Mthis forces Germans back briefly. And then they get back into their position. Oh, mortar hits straight on the 222! Oh, that's painful. We have a Panzer IV arriving here for the Light Division. Coming up from down here. Need to like they can swap between armor piercing and oh, it's not this one. Never mind, it's something else that I'm thinking of. It might be Sturm I'm thinking of or something. I don't know. KV is showing up though, and I don't think the Wehrmacht is prepared. I think they realize they're not prepared for this. They need to zero out that pack though. That pack is doing everything it can to keep the Soviets off. The Soviets are doing an assault here, even burning up some specialist penals. Right, covering fire as the conscripts advance. KV-8 alongside the T-34 advancing. Panzer IV J is present now, and we also have double packs. Hands going to try to advance, but they are going to run into KV-8. Force them to move off. Panzer IV J lost his gun. Now the KV-8 is on the advance, trying to burn out anything it comes across. Panzerfaust attempt here from the Panzerjägers. The KV-8 backs off. Pack manages to penetrate. Now the Panzer IV J arrives, trying to take over the front. The Panzer IV J should probably back off because it has no support. Then they're still in German hands. You have an owl being prepared, a half track with a infrared searchlight on it, and we have a Pak 43 set up here, an 88mm. That's going to be very hard for the Soviets to break through with a tank. Luftlander remains strong in the defense here. Panzer IV G took a big hit from a assist gun. Little shit has been turned into a fort headquarters for the Soviet Union. But so far it looks like everything is under somewhat control. Looks like the Soviets are just preparing again over here. Panzer IV J is doing his best here, but the Soviets are doing another big assault with conscripts. 5 conscript squads, but they have PBS-8s ready here, and that's a total charge. Oh god, that's gonna force the Soviets to just keep advancing right into the rest of the killing field. Panzer is just mowing into the Soviets here, but they're suffering heavy losses still. But the PBS-8 just do win out here. Panzer IV J does get taken out though. Soviets are geared up, a lot of KVs. Can the Germans hold off this many KVs? I don't think I've seen this many KV-8s before in one spot so quickly. They need to advance though, before the Germans are prepared. That KV's on the move. That's 3 flamethrowers. You also know they are being watched by the Uhu. If you got taken out. Pak 43 is doing his best over here. The KVs are just advancing. After they also call in here. Oh, good panzer weapon strike there actually. The KVs have managed to somewhat break through. There's no infantry really coming up behind them. So the KVs did a lot of damage. Forcing much of the German infantry to just abandon this part of the fight for a while. There's just a lack of Soviet infantry to follow up behind it. Yeah, the flamethrower just does not do anything to a tank. I really think flamethrowers really should be very lethal to tanks. Because flamethrowers were a very decent choice of dealing with tanks if you got close to them. KVs have been cleared out though. I would certainly not want to be in a tank if there's flames dousing it. You'll be burning up inside that thing very quickly. The Soviets are going to try and deny that KV-8 to the Germans by opening fire in its rear. Not having any locked up with assist guns. But the victory point did fall into Soviet hands just now. There's lots of mortars being called in here by the Soviet Union. Puma took some damage there, forcing it to pull back. We have a truck with some more Soviet sappers arriving. Rush to the front. Who gets taken out? Pack 43 was also cleared out. The soldiers are just trying to run through. They want to try and grab that Pack 43. But here comes the Luftlander. But they're going to try and sidestep charge it. They do get a sidestep charge off. Will that be enough to destroy it? Oh, it is not. The Luftlander saved it just in time. And the Grenadiers quickly man it again. So it's still holding the victory point up here. They've also have a howitzer back here. 152mm, that's going to be very hard to deal with. Another KV-8 has arrived. But Pack 43 has been manned. The mortar's cleared out. Still it backs off for repairs. As more Soviet guard infantry starting to arrive. The Luftlander is doing their best to just try and hold the line. You need to keep that Pack 43 firing in case any more armor shows up. But the Luftlander Grenadiers have pretty good holding infantry, so I think they'll do fairly reliably. At least until the mortars start raining in. KV-8 finally gets cleared out there. Its engine blocking, fuel exploding. Now the Soviet mortars hitting around there. So the mortars trying to apply as much pressure as they can. We have a Panzer IV command tank around here in the center for the Wehrmacht. That'll be enough to help them though. Also have a truck here with some Panzer Grenadiers inside arriving. Giving the Germans a little bit more experienced infantry. Another KV-8 advancing. This time avoiding the path of the Pack 43. But there are Panzer IVs nearby. That's too much for the KV to handle. Oh! Good flank shot there from the Mthis. Okay, now that command tank. But Puma takes out the KV-8. He loses main gun in the process though. Malicious airdrops landing here for the Soviet Union to try and keep the artillery going. Fair enough, it comes not like his munitions got stolen. Hopefully Lobo says sorry in the team chat on that. Because we cannot see where the team chat is. Luftlander is doing their best to try and hold back the Soviet officers here. And now the Soviets have more artillery to work with, which means they can keep these howitzers firing. That's done a lot of damage to the Waffen. That's forced them to scatter around. Another Panzer gets taken out there. So we have a big push from the Soviet Union. Another KV-8 on the move here. The Germans are just not really equipped to deal with this KV-8 at the moment. The Panzer IVs will do a decent job, but they just have to worry about also being hit by other things. Flamethrowers managed to hit the pack now. Panzer IV, they did get a good shot in there. But Soviets are trying to advance across the central flank as well. They were doing their best to try and keep them at bay. Puma doing his best to support the Panzer IV here and the infantry. That's a version 5 Puma. That's actually a really good Puma, what it does. Pack 43 has been remanned. For how long? So the Capitano is pushing up here on the northern flank. Spotting for his T-34-76. Pretty good fight here so far. So far, really good game. the Germans are so far holding. Still, the victory points are in the Soviets' favor. Well, not really point-wise, but they are bleeding the German strider points slowly. Very, very slowly. Oh, good. I'm taking out one of the German squads there. Luftland is still fairly healthy, but they did lose the Luftland, the Fallschirmjägers by the looks of it. It might be prudent to call in more Luftland. They can afford it. And that's going to be very expensive, though. Panzer hits the KV-8. But KV-8 still trounces forward slowly. No, it decides to back off. And here's advancing. We have some leaflet barrage happening above the Soviets. And Luftland now advances here. But the Soviets have dug in heavily here. Point has been neutralized, though. Now the battle's going to be a standstill for a while again. Another push to the northern flank here from the KV-8 and T-34. Stormtroopers decided against that after seeing it. Antifa-Jays are doing their best down here. We do have some houses set up here by the Mthis to try and counteract the Soviet artillery. One is on counter-barrage duty though. Panthers arrived in the center here for the Light Division. Which will make it a little bit more difficult. It is the worst version of the Panther though. Light does not get the good version of the Panther G like the Panzer Division does. That said, it's still the same gun. Less armor and less speed, but the same gun. So, it's still fairly decent. The assist guns are able to penetrate it here. Good high explosive round though. Yeah, now it's using high explosive rounds, which is unique to the Panzer IV-G, which is unique to Leichter, which means it can just use high explosives only. Makes it very good at dealing with the fortified position of the Allies. Had the Panzerfaust hits it though. They can back up for repairs easily. And the Puma is supporting it. Hans Grenadiers do work on taking the point back under German control. And the Soviets are suffering heavy losses here in the center. Puma is being used to try and take out the AT guns so they don't get recruited. Very smart. Oh, main gun lost on the Puma now. It's gonna force it to back off. And the Panzer IV-G is just using high explosive rounds only, which can just clear out the Soviets. Do some conscripts, once we get trying to advance. Luftland and some Grenadiers and Fox Grenadiers advancing though. Room to cover it. Yeah, I don't think the Soviets can keep up their attrition in the center for the moment. Not with the Panzers having infantry support, and now their infantry is advancing. Very good pushing there from the Wehrmacht. Okay, well, the Waffen-SS and the Soviets are just on a standstill, which is the advantage of the Wehrmacht in the center because they are still advancing. Soviets are really facing trouble here. They've lost a lot of their troops. Usually full take up here from Sergeant Hertz. They might do an outflanking over here on the artillery division zone. And the Soviets, not the Soviets, the Germans are quickly trying to lay mines as well, good to see. This might be very bad for the Soviet defense. Second Panther has been prepared here by the Light Division. Very well played here from Kihiro. The machine guns just ripping into the artillery crew here. Another Oberblitz arriving here with some more Panzer Grenadiers. I don't actually see the name here of them, unfortunately. It's a shame because they're one of the other squads you can get as you get like 2 Panzer Grenadiers you can get from it. This is like one of them. This one can basically also help repair your vehicles, and they're actually pretty good at it. They can really keep up with your vehicles and keep them up to speed. It looks like the Germans are going for a cutoff here. Oh yeah, they're going to do close to pocket. Because I think Leichter gets close to pocket. They just need to activate that, but I don't think they have the officer for it. Yeah, they don't have the officer. I think they need the major on the field to do it. So they cannot do close to pocket at the moment. But it has cut off the Soviets up here. It allows the Sturm tactics to start advancing with their own armor. And the Panthers just clearing through the Soviet defenders. So they do not have much that can stop them. Oh wait, they do have a major. But they don't have enough resources for close to pocket, so I guess it doesn't really matter. That sucks. I was hoping to seize a close to pocket, but I guess that's not necessary. I guess I can keep this resource for something else. And they basically cleared out this this little pocket up here soon. But the Soviets have lost practically everything. They are getting time to prepare for T-3045s. Will certainly be a problem. They actually activated close to pocket anyway. I feel like it's a little bit of a waste at this point. And it does destroy everything. Feels like a little bit of a waste at that point, to be honest. But who am I to judge? But yeah, good little tactic there, just cutting off the Soviets up there. Now the Germans just need to start taking this territory. Panzer IV is doing a very good job with his high explosive rounds, just driving around and being a nuisance. Being a menace. Like Dennis. Yeah, I know, my jokes are horrible. Also German forces now. I think the Soviets might not be able to recover from this. You have an 85 coming in up here. Yeah, the Northern Soviet flank lost everything. Not because it's lost everything. They're not even trying to make new stuff. That feels a little bit lazy. 85 takes out the Panzer IV. At least get something. You have the resources. Dark Panzer has taken out the bunker down here. Panthers are preparing to move up. More Panzer being called in. Yeah, now Govs is getting something. Double T-34. That'll at least help. Now the Germans just taking the southern flank as well.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
85 ABC5s are starting to arrive though, and 85s are pretty damn potent. But will it be enough? Yeah, dealing with Panthers, even though it is the worst version of the Panther. Fails to penetrate. Panthers do not fail to penetrate. One lost his gun though, probably thanks to this Sis. But the Soviets really need to make a comeback here quick. Else they're just gonna not get far. I suppose one reloaded by the 85. That might be the Grenadier squad. Yep. Just completely turned to mulch for that high explosive round. Given houses now opening fire. We also have more Soviet specialist penals arriving. Ready to try and re-secure ground for the Soviet Union. Hanska years and a half, try here to support the Panther. But 85's got some good shots in. Oh yeah, that Panther's in trouble. Takes up 185 though. Manages to back up with smoke. Panzer IV now arriving. One Panther goes down. More Panthers are being requisitioned, however. Panther gets cleared out as well. Ooh, good shit there on the flank from the Jagdpanzer. Now the Wehrmacht is flanking in from down here. Very risky maneuver, this Jagdpanzer, but it looks like it's paying off because the E-45 is immobilized. Oh, never mind! 85 just gets a shot straight through the front. This completely destroying that Jagdpanzer. As I said, do not underestimate the 85s. The 85s are really good tanks. But the Soviets still losing a lot of them. still think the Germans have this. It'll be very hard to push them off now. The Panthers under advance here. Even some Panzer Grenadiers nearby for support. 85 going in for a shot. Fails to penetrate. Panther does not fail. Ramming attempt here. Not the wisest move. You need to know when to ram if you're alone, unless it's very desperate. Or if you have other tanks to support you. Or if the enemy tank is smaller. I think if the enemy tank is smaller, you basically practically just kill them instantly if you ram them. But the Panther is a little bit bigger than a T-45. I think the Germans have this handled. Yeah, the Soviets surrender at this point. Pretty good match though. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.